Hey everyone, it's Webpaint, and lately I've been playing a ton of Kingdom Come Deliverance. And let me tell you, this game is absolutely amazing. This is probably like the most immersive game I've played in a very, very long time. There are a few systems that really took me a little bit to kind of get used to, such as like the combat, the lock picking, and just a few other things. Honestly, like I wasn't really vibing with the game that much until I got these systems kind of down, or at least kind of, grasped a bit of an understanding of them. So for this video, I decided that I kind of wanted to share with you guys what really helped me as a new player in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, the number one issue that I really had with this game was combat, because like the combat is extremely hard. I mean, they really nailed like the swordplay in this game without a doubt. It feels super impactful. One simple mistake and it is over for you. Now, since this is a realistic game, Henry here has absolutely no combat skills, and you are expected to be really awful at combat at first. Now, for the first few hours of the game, you're practically in the tutorial until you get to about Rattay. You can't do it much to improve at all. Once you do get to Rattay, though, you'll be able to do the actual like full combat tutorial. And this is going to be with Captain Bernard. You're going to be instructed to go meet with him, and he's going to give you this proper combat tutorial to kind of teach you the basics here. Make sure to keep coming back to Captain Bernard here, because he's going to teach you tons of new tricks as well as level up your respective like combat skill, whether that be like sword, axe, shield, whatever you really like to use. You can kind of level up those ones specifically. He also will teach you perfect block, which is like one of the best moves in the entire game, as well as master strike. These two like moves are going to make any combat scenario much easier. Now for a bit of financial advice for the game, because I thought honestly when I was playing this game that it was going to be very hard to get money in this game, but honestly I was really wrong. I've been really fortunate with getting coin. I always will haggle all the way to the bottom of the bar. Even though it's going to piss them off a little bit, they're going to give you a much better price. You can easily half the price of an item or double your reward just by doing this. I do it every single time. It's the best way in my opinion to kind of min-max your haggling, just by jacking the haggle price all the way to the bottom. You don't want to kind of push it anymore because they will cancel your deal, and you can make me even lose your reputation with them a little bit, which you don't want to do at all. Also, like doing side quests is super helpful for getting more coin. You can get tons and tons of money just from quests. I mean, some quests give you like 300 to 400 groschen a pop. Quests are great, and I definitely recommend doing them because they get some loot for you as well. And who doesn't love some free nice loot, right? You can get a better weapon, better gear. Now, this one's going to sound silly, but I want you all to learn how to read, right? Because Henry does not know how to read, and many people in this point in history, it was pretty uncommon for, regular people to know how to read. So having that advantage is going to be super helpful for Henry. Whenever you get a chance, just go to pretty much any town, visit the scribe, and see what books they're selling, or if they can teach you pretty much anything within reading at all, right? Reading whenever you're sitting will also boost the skill, I'm pretty sure. And I think it makes you less tired after you're reading as well. Having Henry know how to read is going to be super helpful in some quests because it unlocks some dialogue options, some quest routes as well, and it's just it's nice to have the option to know how to read. Other than combat, the other mechanic that I really struggled with in this game was lockpicking. I had so many issues with lockpicking. As I've said in other videos, I don't even want to play like an evil character per se because I don't want to do the lockpicking. I just don't like the way the lockpicking really is. Granted, now that I've had some time to kind of play with it, it's kind of sat with me a little bit and I know how to use it a little bit better, but I'm just not a fan of it overall. My number one tip for lockpicking, and honestly pretty much anything in this game at all, and just in life, is to practice because it's going to make it so much easier. This isn't like Skyrim where you can kind of just brute force your way through like a high level lockpick. I highly recommend starting off with just attempting like easy and very easy locks. Just that way you can kind of get like a hang of the way the system works and the mechanic works in general. What you're going to do, if you follow the tutorial, then you know that you have to find that sweet spot where the cursor will turn gold, and then rotate the lock while keeping your cursor as best as you can in the same spot the entire time. Like I said, this honestly took me some good time to get good at, and I'm afraid I haven't found a way to kind of cheat or like game the system per se, other than just like getting good at it. This one's a little silly as well, but staying clean in Kingdom Come Deliverance is super important. It's going to affect a lot of things in your conversation. People will comment on like if you smell, or if you look dirty, or if your weapon's covered in blood. They want you to look clean. They want you to, be nobility. They don't want to just talk to some dirty commoner. And it's going to be much harder to pull off like the smooth talking charisma check if you are covered in pretty much literal shit. So it's super important to try and make sure you stop by the bathhouse at pretty much the end of every day to really clean your clothes, heal yourself, but also making sure all your armor is like repaired is super important because they don't want to see beat up armor as well. So you're injured and you need to heal, but you don't know how, because they didn't really show you how to heal in this game. But what you have to do is sleep which is going to take up about 6-ish hours. You could go to the bathhouse and heal, which costs you some gold and takes about 4 hours. Or what I like to do personally is carry some marigold decoctions on me. I could be saying that wrong. Or some Lazarus potions. These two are like the only way you can actually heal in the game. Other than like previously mentioned, the bathhouse or sleeping. These are like the main ways you can actually heal. Eventually in the campaign, you're going to come across a horse named Pebbles. And this is going to be your first horse that you get. One of the best things about Pebbles though is that you can share your inventory, and this is amazing because it just means that Henry gets to carry more stuff, and more stuff equals more loot, and more loot is more gold. But whenever you're full on inventory, make sure you go over to your inventory, press X on the item that you don't want to carry anymore, and it'll transfer it over to your horse. Now I'm pretty sure your horse has to be close by for this, but most of the time I feel like I'm near my horse, so this is pretty easy. But yeah, just press X on the item and it's going to move it over to the inventory, and now your horse will have that item as well. I want to note though that the horse does have his own carry weight. There is also a perk that can increase the carry weight on your horse, but it'll make it slower, so you have to figure out whether or not that trade-off is worth it to you. Speaking of keeping something on your horse, make sure you always have a spade either on you or on your horse, because the spade or the shovel, whatever you want to call it, is super important. There's so many times where you'll never know, where like you'll come across like a digging spot, whether it be like a grave, some treasure, and you just get like some free loot. And if you didn't have that shovel or spade on you, you would have never gotten it. So make sure you keep it on your horse, at least. My biggest tip for this game is take it slow and have fun. This is one of the best games that I have played in a long time. I love the attention to detail, the immersion, the way this game is just beautifully crafted is just fantastic. I really want you guys to all just, like I said, take it slow, walk around the map, try not to fast travel, and, you know, ride your horse everywhere, man. Talk to NPCs, see what they have to say, steal a little bit, you know, have fun. Love some of the characters. There's so many amazing side quests that honestly are better than some of the main quests I've played in other games. Thank you all for watching this video, and this was my first like tips and tricks type video. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and if you liked the video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. All right, guys? Bye.